get started with something that's been a phenomenon at HSN. If you've not heard about Navage, this is a nasal wellness system, right? It's gonna help bathe and soothe and clean out those nasal passages, add that vital moisture to your nasal passages, which right now in the dead of winter, you know, we're turning up the heat, it's very uncomfortable. This has been a huge success. Yet we had to cancel shows because it's been sold out, because we haven't been able to get it back in stock. So we finally have it back in stock, and what a success it's been. It is the only nasal care system that we know allows you to clean out those nasal passages, but has gentle suction, pulling out all the dust, the allergens, the pollen, the gunk, all that stuff that's keeping you from breathing well, that's giving you that sinus pressure. And so here you're getting more than you've ever gotten. You're getting 40 of the treatment SaltPods included today. You're getting the little Countertop Caddy to go ahead and keep it while you're air drying it out. You get the Navage system. This is $598,790, $20 on a credit card payment to get it home. And let me introduce you to my friend, Miss Lisa Kirchner. Now, wellness is in her DNA. Her parents are health club fitness owners. She's studied yoga and meditation in India. You're a journalist. All you've done is wellness. And you told me that this device right here has changed your life.
Yeah, absolutely. This really is a revolution in nasal care. And, you know, something like 50% of the population suffers from congestion due to allergies or sinus, but we all get colds. And as you pointed out, it's winter. The dryness is in the air. And it's also coming right up on allergy season. Yeah. And so this is a way to fully moisturize and hydrate and get all the dust, all the pollen, all the mite out of your nose. And this demonstration shows how it works. There's a gentle suction action right at the heart of this machine. Right. And people asked, how does that feel? It feels amazing to clean out your sinuses. And as you can see, it goes through one side and then it goes all the way through. It's effective, it's efficient, it is remarkably clean. And then everything is gonna go into the bottom tank. There's never any cross-contamination. I know. It's always tidy. You can take it with you. It's one-hand operation. It feels great to use, and it feels great when you're done. You get instant relief. It's because it's a drug-free solution.
I was gonna say, you get instant drug-free relief, because what are the things you're doing right now just to get that little bit of relief? If you're that person that you wake up in the morning and like half of your morning consists of you blowing your nose all day, that always was me. If you're that person that just you feel the pressure in your face. If you're that person that you just can't breathe, if you suffer from allergies year-round, this was Lisa. This might be you. You have to go ahead and give it a try. It's less than $20 on a credit card. We're giving you 40 of the pods, which is really 40 days of relief and 40 40 treatments. Or if you do it twice a day, well, you get a little bit less, but we do have the SaltPods available. You can always buy extra. We'll tell you about that in a moment. But Lisa's gonna demonstrate, because what's really remarkable about this is that it's the press of a button.
It's one button, one hand operation. I'm just gonna take the SaltPod, place it right here in the top of the Navage nasal cleaner. Yep. As soon as I pop this, it mixes instantly. It's the right amount, it's perfectly balanced, it's ready to go. There's no gas, there's no mess. And then I have it set up, because I have a favorite side of my nose for this to work on, and everyone does. And this docking station, it revolves around 360 degrees. This is the nose pillow that's at the tip right here. It's got really a flared edge. It's soft. It's also you're putting it in your face. It's a silicone grade, or it's a medical grade silicone that is what forms this perfect seal and allows this suction action to efficiently and effectively really get through your sinuses. So I'm just gonna bring it up to my nose and show you how easy. I wouldn't do this with a neti pot, I can tell you that for sure. And look, I'm cleaning my sinuses, and it's easy and it feels good because this moisturizes and hydrates. It's not just a Band-Aid solution. Right. This is the difference. If you see dirt on your clothes, you don't just brush it off, you wash your clothes. Sure. This is like washing out your body's air filter the natural way.
So let's think about that, because your nose is your air filter. It's basically pulling in whatever you're breathing breathing? Is it, you know, the hairspray particles? Is it the dust, the dander? You know, all of that stuff is going in through your nose, and yeah, it acts like a filter. So the only thing that's basically keeping it from going down into your lungs is your nose, and it's doing its natural job. This is drug-free relief. This is gonna bathe and cleanse and moisturize that area, which could be so uncomfortable for us. But unlike a neti pot, which you kind of got to tilt over the sink, you got, you know, you got to pray that the water goes in the sink and in the right place, and it's very uncomfortable, so people gave up trying. Yeah. This is the only one that we know of that has that gentle suction, so it gently pushes it up and then gently sucks it out. It feels like a dream, and I can finally say I did it because
you tried it.
As of last show, I confessed to Lisa that I was scared. I was scared to push that water up my nose, and she said, Leslie, if you're scared, you use filtered water, you use distilled water, but try it out, it'll make a difference. I was that person that I would have the nasal drip, so I'd wake up with a sore throat. I would spend half of my morning blowing my nose. I've always had those issues. If you're like me and you've always had those, you know how awful it could be, how uncomfortable it could be. You start sounding nasal because you speak through your nose all day.
Right.
Give this a try. In fact, they call it the Navage Challenge, right?
That's right.
You told me to do it.
Yeah, that's right. You try it twice a day, every day for 2 weeks. And you can use it once a day regularly, but when you do this, it's kind of like a reset button.
Yeah.
And what it does is it completely cleared me out, and I went from being that person just like you. Leslie, I was waking up and blowing my nose and spending so much time worried about feeling clogged up.
And you feel it, and you feel that congestion in your face.
That's right. And as someone who teaches yoga and meditation, I'm always telling people how important it is to breathe. Well, this is the key to getting a good, clean, deep breath for a person like me who suffers from congestion, not just at allergy time, not even just during the winter time. I'm one of those folks who had it all the time.
I know.
And I wasn't sure that this was going to work for me because I thought, well, you know, I'm a special case. Of course I'm special. But, you know.
You are special, Lisa.
But honestly, this really is a revolution in nasal care. Neti pots have been around since ancient times.
Yeah.
This is the first thing that's come along that is this handheld device.
Yeah, it fits in the palm of your hand.
That's right.
The water never cross-contaminates, so the clean water is never mixing with the dirty water, with all the yuckies that you're pulling out of your nose, gently, I might add.
Yes.
You know, the first time Lisa said to me, oh, it's an experience, I looked at her and I was like, water being pushed up my nose is an experience. She's not kidding. It is so gentle, it almost tickles a little bit.
Yeah.
And so it feels really good. You're gonna get all the SaltPods you need, so you get that perfect salt to water ratio. So it's very a comfortable experience. Remember, you get 40 included here today. This is $19.99. If you know you love this, if you know you absolutely need this, I'd like to respectfully ask you to secure the 120 pack of SaltPods. That's a separate purchase. We've got it on 2 flexible payments for you, and you're gonna get those 4 months of daily treatment with the 120 pack. You can also secure that on auto ship. We also have the travel case for you in 2 colors, the teal or the black, and that's on its way to selling out. So if that's something you're interested in, ask about it. It is also on flexible payments. But let's go ahead and ask for customer testimonials. We know that this has changed your lives. We read the reviews. It has sold out in countless shows. She had to cancel her January show in January because it was gone. We just didn't have enough for an airing. It will go again. I have the final 2,700, and Lisa has 1 more show today. So if you want this, if you're sick and tired of not being able to take a deep, wonderful cleansing breath, give it a try. You got nothing to lose. We've got a doctor testimonial for you. We want to hear your phone calls and your testimonials as well. You're such a vital part of this show. Take a listen to this. Please come right back.
As an ear, nose, and throat physician, I've recommended it for years. Until recently, the only systems available have been neti pots and squeeze bottles. These push salt water through the nose. Navage is different. It pulls saline through the nose with powered suction, flushing out mucus, dust, and allergens. My patients love Navage.
Think about that. You know, what are you doing right now? Are you that person that blows your nose all morning? Are you taking, you know, the sprays? What are you doing that really is not sustainable? You know, you can't be doing those sprays all the time. We want you to try this. This is a drug-free alternative. It is a gentle alternative. It is always sanitary. Remember, you're getting the SaltPods included, so you get to try and see if you love this. If you want more of those SaltPods, we try to keep them in stock for you, but right now we're very limited on those. Add the 120 SaltPods as well for you on FlexPay and just get more. I mean, you will get 40. So that's 40 treatments, or if you want to do twice a day for the Navage Challenge, I mean, you can still get plenty of those that you're getting included with your purchase today. But we want to show it once again because people at home are saying, really? Is it that easy? Read the reviews. It's that easy. It's so good.
We have heard from so many of our customers and some really honestly moving testimonials that I've heard from people who suffered from various forms, the things that congestion can do to a person. You know, I was somebody who I would wake up at night, and when you're not even getting a good night's rest, you're not feeling well the next day. And, you know, this is why I love it. It's simple. I would no more want to leave the house without doing my Navage than I would want to leave without doing brushing my teeth. And so look, I'm ready to go. I just pop that in and I place it up to my nose, and you know, it's safe. Because it's drug-free, it's something that I can just stand here and do again and again and again.
And remember, it's pushing the water in one side, and it's gently pulling it out the other side. So imagine the allergens, the pollen, the yuckies, all the stuff that gets accumulated in there that is keeping you from taking that wonderful deep breath.
That's right.
Lisa can
It's already
talk.
done.
It's done. And so, you know, I want you to understand, it is something that will give you that drug-free relief that feels so good. We plan on getting a full sellout just like it sold out last time. You know, how do you feel right now? You may still be blowing your nose. You may still be feeling the sniffles. Cold and flu season is here. You're hearing that in the news every single day. We're reading the stories. You know, why not get that comfort, that relief that you need, right? It's so uncomfortable in the winter anyway because we're cranking up the heat. Our nasal passages are dry, right? Why not get that wonderful way to bathe and cleanse and moisturize that very delicate area? You're getting 40 of the SaltPods included with your purchase today. It's just $19.99 to get it home, but this very well might be something that changes your life. If you're an allergy sufferer, you absolutely have to have this.
That's right. And as you said, it moisturizes and hydrates. It gives you what we call a clean nose feeling, right? And it's kind of like having a clean tooth feeling. It's as gentle and delicious feeling as brushing your teeth is. You know how when you wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, I gotta get to the bathroom. I feel that when I use my Navage, I can face the day. I can take a deep breath. It helps me slow down. It helps me just simply enjoy
how important it is to breathe, right?
That's right.
You know, this is our month where we're doing our health and wellness here at HSN, and so we had to have Navage here for you. You can't do anything in life if you can't take a deep, wonderful breath, right? If you're stressed and you take a deep breath, it's life-changing. You know, for many cultures around the world, nasal irrigation is right up there with brushing your teeth. So they will wake up in the morning, they will brush their teeth, and then they do the nasal irrigation. Many people do the neti pot, but that's uncomfortable. You're leaning over the sink, the water's going everywhere. It doesn't feel very good, you know? So this is something that's an alternative. It's drug-free. It's easy. It's one button that you press. The water is always never touching the dirty water, so basically really hygienic. And the most important thing is that it feels good.
It feels really good.
Right? And I remember the first time you told me, I kind of had to, you know, keep myself from rolling my eyes at her.
Well, and you know,
she's right.
It does. And what you see here is your nose is your body's air filter. You can't take it off, but you want to do the best you can to clean it naturally. It's, you know, using the Navage is just giving yourself the advantage of working with nature's decongestant, is what we like to call the Navage, and making yourself just able to get that nice, deep, clean breath. And you know, it affects me in my sleeping hours too. When I go to bed at night, the first time that I ever use this, I actually woke up thinking, wait, I can breathe too well.
Well, you're happening? Like, I actually slept. Well, you know, you might be that person that's propping yourself up on pillows because you need to breathe. I know that this time of year, when we're feeling down, when we're feeling sick, when you got a flu, whatever it is you're dealing with, and the doctor's like, well, the only way you're gonna get some sleep is if you sit sitting up. Imagine if you can give yourself just a little bit of relief. If you can just irrigate that area, if you can cleanse it, if you can moisturize it, how much better you're gonna feel. You know, take the Navage challenge. Read the reviews. If you're a skeptic, the way I was, read the reviews. I looked at her, I was like, what is she talking about? And I was afraid to use it. It is safe to use if you are, you know, questioning, because for me it was, I don't want to use the water in my area. I'm afraid I don't want to push that strange water up my nose. And Lisa said, really simple. Buy yourself the bottled water, get yourself the distilled water. Remember that SaltPod is making it a really wonderful experience. It's very gentle. And then the suction, because that was the other thing I was afraid of. It is so gentle. Oh. You don't even feel like it's being sucked out. Like you feel it, like it tickles.
Yeah, there's not a sensation where you're, I even hesitate to use the word vacuum because it is so gentle that it just moves it through. It flushes. It's, you know, it's sort of like rinsing out your mouth almost.
Right,
and you can see here, the flared, the medical grade silicone is just making a perfect seal with her nose. It goes in one side and out the other. And that docking station, it revolves around 360 degrees, so you can have it go in and out the other side.
Yeah, and it's
that fast. You saw me do it live. Yeah. You think, oh, well, they're speeding this up for the cat. No, this is how fast
she just did
going.
it.
Right.
And when you think that this could be part of your normal morning hygiene, you brush your teeth, you go ahead, you irrigate your nose. I'm telling you, you're going to be hooked. So I haven't been using it for long because I was a big old chicken. I always am. But now that I'm using it, I'm like, oh my gosh, she wasn't kidding. And if my son was older, because we do recommend for 12 years of age and up, if my son was older, I'd be using it on Liam as well. He's only 8 right now. So I just want you to give it a try. You got nothing to lose, everything to gain, especially if you're one of those people that suffers every single day, that's always looking for an alternative. We've got another testimonial for you from an opera singer who absolutely needs to breathe to perform for his livelihood. We all need to breathe. Take a listen to this and come right back.
Nasal irrigation is something that we've used for many years as singers. The great thing about the Navage is it goes in, gets what it has to get, and then it pulls it right back out. I think lay people will find this to be such a benefit for them simply because they will get relief from these allergens, and I think it will be a revelation.
Now, if you want the travel case, because this is something that people now can't live without, especially if you've bought it here, we still have a couple of minutes if we can squeeze in a phone call from you. The travel case, we started with 140 of them. I now have about 100 remaining, teal and black available for you. If you want the extra SaltPods, that is very limited as well. You can go ahead and buy 120 of the SaltPods and keep them on auto ship as well if you'd like. The SaltPods are very limited. I think, Rob, and correct me if I'm wrong, did I only have like 100 of each? Yeah, 100 of the auto ship and about 200 of single ship. But you know, you definitely want to go ahead and secure that, because with auto ship you can cancel anytime and you know you're always going to have your SaltPods.
That's right.
So even if you don't love the Navage, you cancel it, it's not a problem. So ask about the auto ship because that's about to sell out. If you want the Navage Nasal Care System, it's item 598790. It will change your life. It is so easy to use. It's the press of one button. You pop in the SaltPod, you press one button, you're good to go, and you will feel that difference on the first try.
The first try, you get immediate relief.
I did,
and me too. And that's the thing that's amazing, especially if you've had ongoing symptoms of congestion.
Correct.
And you get that feeling of relief right away. It just seems, wow, amazing. And you know, we were talking at the break about how great this is. Besides, because it's so compact, and especially if you grab the travel case, this is something that you can take with you, because you get on a plane, that air is dry.
Wreaks havoc. This is
how
so
simple
easy.
is this? You can take it anywhere, and you don't have to plug it in, so you can use it anywhere. And it's tidy, and you don't have to worry. Like I do it with makeup on. You know, it doesn't need to stop your day or your life. You know, it's something that you can easily fit into your schedule, and it just feels amazing.
If it didn't feel amazing, you wouldn't be talking to me right
and
now.
And I wouldn't be like chomping at the bit, like, oh, let me show you again, and let me show you again. And if it wasn't natural, I wouldn't want to be putting it into my body.
Of course.
And, you know, so much smart engineering went into this.
Yeah, without a doubt. And so here's the thing. It's not complicated. It's, in fact, quite easy. You pop in that little SaltPod, you're good to go. It's gonna feel really good. You will, and I could vouch for this. I am an absolute testimony right here that the first time I used it, I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I use it sooner? You know, because she had been begging me. She's like, have you tried it yet? And I'd be like, no, I haven't tried it yet. She's like, you have to try it. I love it now, and you will too. And if you have a time or a chance, read the reviews on hsn.com. People
Yeah.
love it. It's changed their lives. If you're constantly reaching for those sprays, that's not sustainable. It's not very good for you. Try this out. If you are always uncomfortable, if you spend half your morning blowing your nose, just trying to get rid of that congestion, trying to get a little bit of relief, try this out. I'm telling you, it couldn't be easier. It's just $19.99 on a credit card. You're getting 40 of the SaltPods. That's more than a month of treatments, unless you decide you're going to go full in and do the 2 times a day. Well, then you still get, you know, 20 days of treatment there. 598790 is your item number. It's easy and it's drug-free.
That's right. And we, like I said, we've heard from so many of our customers how Navage has changed their lives. And it's kind of a no-brainer. You're going to love that clean nose feeling. And as you see right here, it's clean, it's tidy, and it completely bathes your sinuses. So you have a hydrated, beautiful experience every time.
Take a
you
deep
don't have
breath.
to figure anything out.
And you're going to think of Lisa every time you do, and I hope you think of me a little bit too. But you know, here's what's happened. 400 gone this hour alone. Already 8,900 gone this visit. We will sell out again. And so remember, she canceled her last show because we just didn't have the quantities. It has been a phenomenon at HSN, and you deserve to breathe good, clean air. So try it out today. 598790 is next. And